Welcome everyone, welcome new subscribers and welcome returning subscribers. This is going to be a general energy collective update. I feel like I was mixing that up anyway. Welcome everyone. Again, this is going to be general energy update. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of Mama Universe, ancestors and spirit guides, galaxies, solar systems, gods and goddesses that flow through me, ask me for the collective to use their mind's eye to see. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I feel like I was rushing that, but the energy it feels like the Page of Wands, but it's also like where you're just excited to do something, but at the same token, everything hasn't been put into place yet for you to move smoothly, but nonetheless you still feel the courage to move forward with what it is that you have. So going from a space of needing to wanting to knowing and to be able to just be. Because doing is more so a logical thing that you'll be stepping into, but being, it just is. Okay, so let's see where this goes, all right? Courage and the rebel. Trust, courage. What do we have here? And I was gonna go live, still am, but this one, I just felt it was more intimate between myself and source to relay this message for whomever is seeking this clarity. Now I'm noticing something's going through the birth canal as I'm looking at this smoke here. Definitely renew Mars energy. Definitely get more in tune with your Mars energy, which is the use and action of your will. The will is connected to the solar plexus, which is the third chakra, which is the sun's energy. Everything revolves around the sun. And what the sun is doing is being. What we perceive the sun to be doing is being. I just went in and out of like, is the sun actually moving through the sky? Or is it the sky that's moving? It's something like that that's happening with the collective right now, from what I'm sensing through this rebirth. It's like questioning it all, lifting the veil. Starseed Oracle card just came to the forefront as I was channeling that through. Lifting the veil. Let me take a look, y'all. Is in Leo, 24 degrees. 111 right now. As I'm about to say that, it's 396, 2022, 6. Okay. Big 3, trines. You need to know your trines. Ideally enough, in speaking of the sun's energy, or what's happening with the sun, looking into the inside degrees for Leo 24 degrees, it's titled as Sunrise over Stonehenge, which is a ley line. And it says immortal stature, undiminished interior presence, a throwback to heroic times and places. And before I continue, this is where most of my readings are going to be channeled from. It's just information that I constantly research, and this is what sources putting, influencing me to do, almost like pushing me to do. Almost feels like pushing me off the cliff to take that leap of faith in doing it this way. It's a way where I'm actually able to connect to source in traveling. Well, that would, if you're a Sag, this is a big message for you, especially if you have a Mars in Sag too. Sun, Moon, rising. But if you have a Mars and we talk about Mars energy, and I'm giving you a pause in the middle of what I'm saying right now in terms of sunrise over Stonehenge, which is ley lines, which is also crystals. Okay, so getting to know your crystals more. And then getting to know your crystals more, you're actually connecting, you're having this relationship to the divine, but it's one that you can actually trust. One that you can actually trust. Because it just is. Because it just is. And just now thought I was live. Oh man. Okay. So lifting the veil, that means that the realms are like what they used to be. What they used to be. One language. One language. But back to Leo 24 degrees. Immortal stature, undiminished interior presence, a throwback to heroic times and places, character elevated, the universe quote upheld. You are stalwart, uncompromising, and even rabid. Uncompromising would be the Knight of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy. Yeah, okay. I see where we're going with this source. It's just basically saying pay attention. Vertical understanding and allegiance, ascension. You also have the expansion, which is horizontal, which is Jupiter's energy. But here we have the sun. Sun and Jupiter. That's 6 of Wands energy, Jupiter and Leo. So let me see here. Exquisite sensibility, nobility, and the core of human nature and body. Nobility and the core of human nature embodied. Exquisite sensibility. That's like looking at the King of Pentacles and the Empress as one. Merge those two together. There's respect for the feminine energy where emotions are accepted, exquisite sensibility that which is connected to your sensitivity. And sensitivity has been looked upon as something as weakness, when in reality that's a gift. That's where your strength comes from. Vulnerable. You have a subtle undertone of magic and miracle. Trust is huge. miracle, because I'm thinking of mirror, the way it almost paused as I was saying that. Yet you're often overt, be quiet, simple, and straight. So you have a subtle undertone of magic and miracle. Excuse me. I feel like I have to. So it says exquisite sensibility, and I was just saying how your sensitivity is your strength. It's connected to your immortal stature. It also says all goes into the spirit, poignant and evocative and moving. It's like connecting to space within you where you wouldn't allow anyone to question, because consciously you wouldn't allow anyone to question. Subconsciously, the reason why is because this is a rare gift or a pure gift or something that you just want to hold within yourself, but you do work it. You do work it. It's like the setting has to be what it is for you to open up about it. What resonates with your spirit. Oh, all right, y'all. So here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I just been vibing. Okay, like my shifts here too. My shifts here too. Just being brought to my attention, but reading etiquette when it comes to viewers, when you're watching my lives or anything that we're doing group wise. If I'm doing a reading, these are messages that are being channeled through. And reading etiquette. One thing I wouldn't do, and I'm not saying this is for anybody else to do it this way, but it's just that it's respect. It's a level of respect I talk about. When another reader is reading, I'm not going to mention what it is that I see within the message that the reader is giving, almost like to add to or correct, or this is, if that's something you want to do your own readings. Or I would do my own readings in that sense if I'm, watching another reader. Because they're being guided to deliver a message. This is where it resonates. Take it. Don't make it fit. Okay. Now, and I'm saying this because I'm one who's really connected to subtle energies. Okay. That when something is 120 right now, Ashe. When something is presented to me, I'm automatically at the root of that energy. However, it doesn't mean that every time I do respond, this is for somebody out here, because this is for some of you who were readers and you also experience where people were saying, but I see this. That's fine if you see that, okay? But this is not something that was being channeled through the reader to even say. And it's even more so to the aspects of if it's something that's general, you know what I mean? But really having more respect for each one's spirit and the experiences that they encounter. that develops that immortal stature. Okay, especially with being in a space that's always changing. Let's just put it that way. Wherever we're at within this world, the universe, whatever you want to call it. Okay. But it is just, for me, whoever, those of you who do watch my lives or really, you know, support this channel or any other platform that I'm on doing whatever I'm doing, and truly supported by being a part of other events that I'm having as well too. Like that right there is everything. And even those of you who do come up in the live, when I see, whenever you are able to be there and you show yourself that you're present and being there in the open, I salute y'all. Okay, those of you who do it behind the closed doors, I salute you too. But it's I know I'm going from one aspect to the next, but it's just getting to a point with me where I'm going to apply what it is that I'm observing. You know what I mean? Now, when it comes to your vision collective, your purpose behind it may shift, but it's that's what's giving you the force, the speed, the strength to even move through it. You know what I mean? So definitely big on respect. If there's ever anything that you're not comfortable with my channel or anybody else's channel for that matter, don't force yourself to keep watching it. This is something that's also a tactic when it comes to doing the shadow work and personal development. If it's something that you don't like and you cannot control it, your option of control is always going to be you. If you cannot physically change that situation that you're taking part in that is not of your starting, and if you're not comfortable with it, excuse yourself from anything or anything that you're following. Feel me? Because all that's going to do is create this, is build the blocks to experiences that will constantly have you in this space of looking at like, but why is this, but I see this, but why you not mentioning this? Now it's all part of your experience now. Okay, it's all part of your experience, yes. But if we want to be living in that love and light vibes, unconditional love, there's some cleaning up that gotta be done in this dark shadow space. First, with what it actually means. You know what I mean? And that's gonna be something different to all. Because we all out here experiencing life. That law of one is an interesting one to get to. It's going to be an interesting one to get to. And I feel like, as I said, that was the whole point of me saying everything that I was saying. In order for us to get to the law of one, there has to be this level of respect where each one is able to learn from one another in a space that it's not coming off defensive. Feel me? So, because all that does is lead to competition, and sometimes that there's so much that is just flowing in and out. Like, there's so many layers to this spiritual journey, y'all. And I know it's not just me. It's energy. It's just transferring to so many of us where we're questioning so much. But as we question this time, we are applying, which is a little bit different than any other time, which puts you in this space, in layman's terms, not taking nobody's shit, not even your own. Stay in books. And here we have mind and traveling pulling out here from the cards. But let's see, the miser beyond illusion and rebirth. There goes the lion energy with the rebirth chat that we was having not too long ago. Moon is in Leo. That could also be why I'm going off like that too. Sources like, yeah. Inner voice, high priestess and rebirth. Because I don't really be using these like that, but these are amazing. Okay, that rebirth card will be the Ten of Swords. The lion and the camel. This is an air card, but it's coming off fiery as I don't know what. Purification through fire. Comfort, okay. All right. So having those confrontational conversations that really shows you who you are and puts respect on you. Put respect on yourself right now. That's what's happening. You putting respect on yourself right now. Six of Success. Six of Wands, Jupiter and Leo. Go. First confirmation we was talking about earlier in the beginning of this message, wherever that's at, if you watch it back, just know that's a confirmation. I don't remember right now. It'll come back to me. Ooh, wow. Major success, though. Worldly success. See, whoever these messages that I've been expressing, whoever this is for, and there's something in this message that you're like, yo, I feel you on that vibe, though. Everything's about to be great. You hear me? Great. Seeing a lot of diamonds because I just thought of Frosted Flakes, but you've been through a lot of pressure. But you're about to see the other side of that. So this is why also when it comes to you focusing on your success, you don't want anything messing with your mind. So anything that would have the potential, even the potential to do that, you're like, no, you don't want anything get in the way of your creativity. Because you're becoming more aware of the mental effects, spiritual effects, physical bodily effects, and then you have your external effects, your relationships with the world, people, places, and things. Integration, people, places, and things. This is also major success of bringing it all together, bringing all the pieces together here. So that way you're able to really see it from a higher perspective, ascend and expand, okay, from all that it is that you have been going around in circles with when it came to these obstacles and challenges that was blocking your vision, your multifaceted vision. There's so many different sides to a diamond depending on the cut of it too. So there's so many forms of light that are flowing through you, but took a lot of I'm saying it took a lot of, then I just paused and it said expand. It took a lot of you Yeah, the mental, physical, spiritual effects of it, of the transformation. Realize that was there. How the way that even looks is like no thingness, nothingness. Took a lot of you because this is the Hierophant's card, which is about really putting into your craft of what it is, really putting in the energy into what it is that you want to get clarified, or where you want to see success, or where you just want to experience life on a much higher vibration, to not even label it so much as to exactly what it is, but it's definitely having to do with something that took a lot of you, which took a lot of integrating different parts of your life down to the ancestral wounding that you carry. I'm seeing it here too with this integration card. Integrating nothingness. Integrating that space of having nothing around you to support you but you. And where you are the one who is in charge of the experience that you have. A lot of centering had to happen. A lot of centering in order to enter the Merkaba. It's basically like it's this the spiritual vehicle. You don't drive a car or you don't drive a car under the influence, right? So it's the same thing here with the Merkaba. It's more like a is that a tetrahedron? Like the Sims. So basically, it's the spiritual vehicle of you ascending or going from one space to another like a car. That's not something you do under the influence. You allowed Source, the infinite creator of all Mama Universe, to keep it, to help you to keep it all together. Especially while you were in this position to seek truth about who exactly you are. What it is that you're willing to do because of knowing who you are. So much changes when you have this fire, passion, courage that gives you strength in who you are and what you're willing to do because you know that. Being more confident to lift a certain amount of weight because you know throughout the last few past weeks you've been working your way up to that. You know what I mean? Love this energy though. Success and integration. There's going to be a lot of success in what it is that you even integrate from what you have learned. Sounds like the Chiron energy. Some of you may have Chiron in Leo. Some of you may have Chiron in Sag. Breakthrough, new vision. Chiron in Leo, Chiron in Sag, even if you don't have it, maybe take a look at it. There could be something in there that can help you have another breakthrough. Playfulness in politics. Those are two fire signs. I will seek. And whatever it is that you seek and integrate it with the world will help the world to see the bigger picture. It's going to be great success for you. But it does take a lot of you, though. A major transformation has to happen of the heart. Okay? Because whatever you have been experiencing just from the ego standpoint, it can cause a lot of discomfort to the physical body. But when you begin to have this breakthrough and see it from a new vision of nothingness or source or space or the infinite all, you can now handle this more, and you can be more creative with it and integrate what it is that you've been experiencing that brings forth the great success. And whatever this great success is and you integrating, you can't conform to what anyone else thinks. Not even your ego. Because it wants to exist by itself. Nothingness, the full and existence. These are just major arcanas at the bottom. You got breakthrough. Okay, so you got breakthrough, which is basically justice or balance. On some decks, it's the strength card. Breakthrough, new vision. But this new vision card would be the Hangman. Yeah, it took a lot out of you. Look at that. It took a lot out of you to get this new vision, but nonetheless, well, I was actually not playing anymore with the deception that you have been experiencing in life, whether it's work, family, love, however. You'd be surprised how politics is used around you. It is fucking unbelievable, but it's believable at the same time. It just is. For that vibration, that frequency or level of vibration. Real for real. Then we have nothingness and existence. This is like the breakthrough vision right here was like somebody basically saying, hey, none of this shit out here real. Ain't none of this real. Like, I don't even exist. This is what I mean about the politics that's being used. Compromise, celebration, and the rebel. See, not compromising, not settling. You're going towards your new vision. That's the breakthrough movement that you're having. You're going towards the new vision because now you have clarity about something that you were probably subconsciously sweeping under the rug. Yeah, you can't be participating in the crossroads that didn't even belong to you. Like it wasn't even your energy. And the reason why I feel like that can come up right now too, is because it's Pisces energy, and Pisces like a satellite, Neptune's energy. It picks up the vibes of everything around you. It's this transformation. There's so many people going through a transformation but don't realize it. Don't realize it. All right. So many are going through this major transformation in order for them to be able to integrate. And what's catching my eye right now is literally that a lot of the symbols on this card are the dark and the light, positive and negative. It's just all part of the experience too. You see this though? When I say it took a lot out of you, look at that. In dream state, look at that transformation, y'all. What? Yo. Some of you may even have been feeling like different sensations on different parts of your face while you're sleeping, for some of you. Calm the energy. There's more purification happening here. More purification of the mind than there is a destruction. So it seems like things have already been destroyed to be purified now. This takes a lot of courage to integrate what happens from this transformation, because you'll no longer be the same, obviously, but this no longer be the same. You're going to appear differently to a lot of people because you're going to be glowing here. Now, even what I'm saying may not even match up like a story, but things are the stars in the sky. It's like counting the stars in the sky, but feeling rushed at the same time. What is that about? Trust. Anxious. Therefore, having to integrate past, present, and future. Okay. Okay. Let's see where the messages when it comes to these coming out first. Success that'll be achieved in due to integration. But due to integration, something hidden ends up being revealed when there's an ending here. Something ends up being revealed through an ending where someone was compromising. First off, compromising what you believe and what you know. Or what you think and what you know. What you're doing or when you're being. And this is the other side of that will be the obvious, where you're compromising yourself. Let's look a little bit more into this. What keeps catching my eye is this energy here. Mind games. Mind games, and then we have the master coming out. Ooh, master manipulator. This don't even gotta be somebody. This could have been to yourself. Because I always bring you back to self healing. By allowing something to get on your nerves and continuing to compromise. You know all that you must know. Now it's time to integrate or apply, and you see, okay, this is connected to any of those that may be connected to other frequencies that may be potentially blocking your success and abundance at this time. Yeah, compromising what it is that you know for another's belief. If something ends, the mask has to be taken off. Something ends, the mask has to be taken off, and people are really going to really begin to see where the games have been played. And now there's going to be another mass awakening of those you will probably never expect to be awakened or wake up. But that's a beautiful thing, though. That's a beautiful thing. That's definitely the works of Mama Universe right there. From being programmed. Wait a minute. Right here. Compromise, comparison, and then guilt, and then awareness. We are the world. As I'm sitting here, like, what are we talking about? They're like, yeah, you talking about that. $33.22 could be significant. But here we have compromise and comparison. Rome wasn't built overnight. Rome wasn't built in one day. Don't know. That just came across because I'm looking at Romis Arison, Romus Arison, Romus Arison, Romus Arison. There is no comparison to the Most High. And also the illusion that has been placed upon the world. The illusion that has been placed upon the world. And the illusion that has been placed upon you and your own dynamics. The merge that those two are having right now, the integration. This is where you see that worldly expansion. Whatever this is that feels warmth and loving and joy and peaceful and full of bliss. That's what it feels like. It feels like having a major break when it comes to something that you wanted to do. This could even be traveling as well. I'm seeing the travel energy big time. So definitely, wow. This right here though. So veil, there go the veil. They go to veil. Realizing where, like, there's an awareness that's happening when it comes to past guilt. There goes an ancestral wound. It's all part of the collective or your dynamics, but it's like everybody's connected to someone or something. But it's time to bring it into harmony. But the only way to be a part of that is by doing it within your own foundation and allowing source to handle whatever isn't willing to be a part of the picture that you want to be in, that you consider success. And allowing source to handle that. This is obviously a message for someone who knows a lot about what is happening within the world, doesn't have time for the back and forth about it, but more so doing by being themselves. No longer feeling guilty about like childlike nature that allows them to connect so deeply. It allows them to connect so deeply that some of them can even see this exact vision as they're going through their purification process. Those old patterns being removed. Old patterns being removed, and awareness of where you may have felt guilt. But now that you have removed whatever was at the base of that, that was even contributing to you feeling guilty about what it is that you're aware of, wherever there was politics involved in any area of your life, by anybody in your life, you're integrating the energy that is of a higher frequency, but also embodies all of the experiences, but in a way that is much more effortless. Wisdom card. I'm pretty sure you're probably going to tell me. Words of wisdom to close off this message to the collective. We're speaking in parables. Milk and honey. Time to go. Here we go. Time to go. It's basically from what we've been saying so far, like, it's time to put it all together. Release the guilt of what you may have to do to really step into this space of liberation. You know, that's where the art of detachment comes in again. That's where the art of detachment start to move a certain way. And then you hear, why would you do that to me? Remember, you're not here to be understood by anyone but self. You can have whatever theory you want, but to get somebody to understand you, it's time to go. I had to pause because I feel like some of you need to repeat that to yourself. Letting go, someone understanding you, because this will also allow you to filter through when you feel like you want to fuss. But there are times, yes, that you do have to put your foot down and say what you must say. But you shouldn't be having to tell the same person the same shit 23 times. Me, once, if there's a moment where Source said reconnect, we reconnect. And that, I really just experienced life. I'm really just realizing now that I do experience life through detachment, but on a newer level of it. More awareness as to a different purpose behind it, different purpose behind the vision. That vision is still the same, but the purpose is shifting. As the purpose shifts, which is something that's happening within me, obviously the external is going to reflect that, you know. Because in the polar opposite aspect of attracting high vibrational beings, you could be surrounded by other beings, but there'll be more, you know, watch over the shoulder because of your energy. They're not sure what it is, you know. But time to go, endings, completion, walking away from something because there's nothing else to learn or experience. There goes that nothing card. The Oracle's message: you are at the end of one journey, you have not yet begun the next. You are at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. This is the moment to bliss your experience thus far. Take stock of what you've learned. It's time to move on to new experiences and a new way of being. There is nothing left for you to do, be, or experience in your present circumstances. Take the risk and move on, even if you need to be in transition for a time. Your destiny is calling you. Relationship message: it's over, or at the very least, the form this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you or the other person. This is a time of letting go, of knowing that the journey has become or has come to its conclusion. That doesn't mean anything is lost, although this card could speak to a breakup, drifting apart, or at the end of a soul contract. It is more about release than destruction. Remember the saying: if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If not, it never was. And that's what I mean about we're supposed to reconnect, and that could be anything. I don't gotta be relationship wise. Like, it's just really integrating to be what we define individually through our self-expression as successful and achievements and love, whatever that is. Now that can be tricky still, because to some, but I'm talking about from a higher perspective, not from that other low shit where to a robber what he's doing is it's an opportunity. He still has a heart though. Feel me? I'll be some type of love up in there. So endings are always a sign of new beginnings. If you want something deeper, walk away. The prosperity message is, this message is clear. The path you've been on with your work, creative projects, and business alliances have come to an end. You will not find success you desire by continuing what is now in front of you. This is an auspicious sign because there is no choice that will benefit you other than risking stepping into the unknown. It is time to walk towards something new. This card also pertains to the more neutral concept of completion. You finish your task and can rest assured that this ending will open up a powerful new avenue of opportunity, even better than any you can imagine. You have done all you can. Now trust that Spirit keeps the plan moving forward. Fortune requires you to conclude this chapter of your life. And remember that when you close one door, another opens. The protection message: if it appears that you've reached the end of the arm of the line and all is lost, it isn't. You're in a situation that will resurface again later. So consider this a break rather than an ending. Destiny is in charge here. You lose nothing and gain everything when you surrender to that fact. Your soul knows that your destiny is unfolding with perfect timing and synchronicity. Your small self has doubts, but that is natural. It doesn't have the map of your destiny. The soul does. Spirit loves you. Trust that. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, especially if you watched it to the end of this video. I appreciate you so much. Let me know by commenting on this video. Watch to the end, and we'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. We'll see what's up with what I'll be doing later. Watch till the end and know that this channel is all about being real. Not gonna tolerate no fuckery over here. You feel me? From anyone or no one. We're not tolerating that here. Okay. Much love to everyone. Much love, abundance, and prosperity. And anytime you're handling that shadow work, know that that is also a part of you. Show that part of you some love. Show it some love. Okay? Because there's different grades or different levels of light. Okay? So, thank you for being here. Just thank you for being here. And again, don't forget, comment, watch till the end, if you watch till the end.